Hello and welcome. If you're new to this channel, my name is Brittany Rose, and I am a channel for higher consciousness. So, the stream of higher consciousness that I will be connecting with today is the Mystic Rose Collective, and this is a collective of spiritual beings aligned with the divine feminine energy, and they speak together as one, even though there are many different frequencies that are part of this collective. So, for this message, the reason why there's no video is there's not really going to be anything to watch necessarily. These messages are also energy activations. So, it is really beneficial for you to get into a relaxed state, maybe close your eyes if that feels aligned, and just let the energy and the words wash over you to receive the energetic frequencies that are attached to the messages that I'm going to channel. So, yes, you will be receiving wisdom from the words, and that will help kind of expand you. But also, the words have their own energetic vibration that will also serve to expand you. So, to receive these messages in a more relaxed and open state will help you to integrate it more fully. All right, so I invite you to just get into that relaxed state, take some deep breaths, and I'm going to now tune in to the Mystic Rose Collective. Hello and welcome. We are so pleased to be with you today to talk to you about your purpose in this life. That is a question that so many people seek out the answer to, and they always feel like they are far off from the realization of that purpose. Some people know their purpose early on, and their whole path is carved out in that way, following it. And this is a type of purpose, but it is not the only purpose in life. When you find something that you love to do and it does not feel like work, you are walking in your purpose. And what is more important than the doing is the state of being that you are in when you're walking in your purpose. The state of being that you are in, that we are referring to, is love. Because when you are in a state of fulfillment, of joy, of channeling in your own right, you are living in the frequency of love. And that is the simplest, most easiest way we can explain to you what the purpose of life is. The purpose of life is to align with your source creator, with your true essence, with the divinity within, which is love. And we realize that when we talk about love, that some of you may have confusion, because the way that you experience love in the human realm is in a state of emotion. You feel this love within inside of you. Many times it is directed towards other people. And while this is a form of love and in the essence of the vibration of love, love is so much more than that. Love is the unifying field of consciousness that everyone belongs to, that everyone is. We have said before, you are love and love is you. And that is the truth, because you cannot separate yourself from love. You can only create blockages of your awareness to love's presence. But even when those blockages are present, that does not mean that you are separate from love, because you are love and love is you. And so, this journey, when you incarnate into this realm and you forget all of that, when you forget that your true essence is love, the journey is, how do I get back to remembering my oneness with all that is, with all of these people who seem separate from me, my oneness with the universe, with God, with Source, with the divine. That although you are experiencing separation in your physical form, the physical form is not as solid as one would believe. You are just all moving particles and atoms vibrating at different frequencies. But these different frequencies all, once again, come from that same source of love. So, how do you get yourself back to this oneness, to this remembrance, to this embodiment of your true essence? You breathe, you ground, you center, you share love with yourself in as many ways as possible, because everybody will act out of alignment from love. Even the most spiritual teachers out there have moments where their parts of self do not act in accordance with their loving essence. But when that happens, you do not bring more negativity or fear or shame into it. You see that part for what it is, a wounded aspect of your being, a part of you that is seeking survival or protection, or thinks the way to live is through harming others. And we know that is not very common, not on a conscious level, but on a subconscious level, it happens every day. And so you see that part and you intentionally wrap it in love and forgiveness so that that part of you may rise, may elevate its consciousness and its vibration. So it does not have to continue to exist in fear, but it can exist in love, where the blocks are removed and it is one with its source. So start within, with loving the parts that you find shameful. And the more that you do this, the more life will align for you in the most beautiful and positive of ways. And the more that you do this within, the more that this frequency will be reflected outside of you, with the people that you interact with the experiences that you have. Life will be easier when you are vibrating at the level of love. And love is not just one thing, it is all of the things. Love is compassion. Love is joy. Love is peace and harmony. Love is acceptance. Love is all of the things that you can think of that make your heart swell, that light you up, that bring you into a higher state of being. Anything that takes you away from love is an illusion. It is saying that you are separate. It is saying that love is not the most powerful force in the universe. It is not trusting in your source, in your divinity. And we know that it is very easy to do in the human realm, to forget the power that you all hold. And that is why we are sharing these messages with you. We are sharing these messages with you because we want you to remember. We want you to align. We want you to do the work within so that it can be reflected without. Because the more that you heal, the more that everyone else heals. Because you are all one. You're all connected. and a vibrational frequency sense. So when you are radiating at a higher frequency, the people around you, the people you interact with, the people that you see at the store, even, they begin to vibrate at a higher frequency. And they begin to love themselves more deeply. And when you love yourself more deeply, it is so much easier to love others as deeply because you are no longer holding on to that judgment. Because the judgment that you have for yourself, you reflect outside of yourself. You portray that onto others as if it is their problem, when in fact it is something that you must heal within. And we always have this caveat to share with you, and we believe that it comes through because it is something that Brittany finds very important to say. So we will say it again. We know that there are people who are living in deep fear and who cause harm in this realm. We know that there is darkness that hurts and takes power away from others, and that there are people living in the most devastating and dire of circumstances. And for that, what we say is the answer is love. The answer is doing the work within yourself and radiating that love outward, to knowing the people who are causing harm and to sending them love anyways, because that is how they heal. They do not heal with continued further judgment of their actions. And that is not to say there should not be accountability, because accountability is important, but the true accountability comes not in this lifetime. It comes with lessons. You call it karma. And many think of karma as a punishment, and it is not. It is a recalibration of what you have lived in other lifetimes, the rebalancing, the relearning, the growth, the realignment. Again, all roads lead to aligning your frequency with that of love. And to do that, sometimes you must go through challenges and go through difficulties and go through lessons in order to bring you to this place of true alignment. So, love the people who cause harm. You must still have boundaries, and that does not mean that they get full access to you. And when we say full access, sometimes that means you're in the physical, but other times it means attention. So if there is a person, and we are thinking of a specific politician that we know Brittany has a hard time with, the key here is to not give that person attention in the negative, to not listen to their harmful words or watch videos with people talking about how much harm they cause. The key here is to fill yourself up with this love and light and send it out to this person for their highest good and the highest good of all. Knowing that this is where your power lies. But if you continue to feed the negativity by continuing to watch those videos or listen to those words or expose yourself over and over again with the harm that is being caused, then you are aligning with the frequency of harm and not of love. And yes, there are things you need to pay attention to. And yes, there are things that you would be wise to speak out against. But every time you use your words, you use it to raise the frequency, use it to raise consciousness, use it to express love and compassion. And if you cannot do this with some people, that is okay. That is the path that you are on and the journey that you are in right now. So instead, focus on the people who are being harmed and sending them their love, the people who are being oppressed, the people who are being abused, neglected, mistreated, and hurt. Wrap them in your love, sending them the light of source so that they may rise above their circumstances, so that they may free themselves from the fear matrix and do what is the purpose of all of you: align with love. We know this was many words to express a simple concept, but also a concept that is not so simple. And therein lies the paradox of being human. We love you. We love you. We love you. We want you to be well. We want you to feel supported. We want you to live out your highest truth, live out your highest purpose, to align with the things that you love, to experience love in every facet as you can on this human plane. Because it is diverse, it is multifaceted, it is beautiful. Love comes in many forms when you are human, and we want you to experience it all. So open your heart, open your mind, and align with love. And with that, our transmission is complete.